Welcome, guys, to John's Football Channel. This is your post review of Chelsea versus Burnley 1-1 in the Premier League. It's a very big blow for us, considering this was one of our last games in order for us to get a good result. Seeing that we're going into a period of very big games coming up. So this was a very disappointing draw that we managed to get. The only thing we can say is at least it was a draw, not a loss. So long we can say that we keep picking up points and not keep losing. I think a draw is a lot more better than a loss, obviously, because you're getting a point, but a point is not good enough for the standards that we should be looking at and um, competing at, because we know there's other teams around us that right now are smiling blood. There's teams like Liverpool, Man United. They all know that if they get good game points now coming up, they will be in a very good position um, to continue to compete with us. So let's take a look at this game. Let's analyze it. How did it go about? We started off quite well. In the fourth minute, João Pedro managed to get a good goal, a good ball from Caicedo into Neto on the wing. Neto comes in and crosses it for João Pedro. I think it was just João Pedro managed to put it in. Luckily, he did. It was just very scuffy the way he did it. But I think the most important thing is that he got it in into the goals. And then the game was, I think, to an extent, we did switch off. We did switch off for the rest of the game. We didn't do much. And then we'll end up in the 79th minute, we'll end up getting that extra yellow card from Wesley Fofana, which, like we've all said, was not needed. The way he should have known is okay. I got a yellow card. I can go compete with the challenge. I can act like I'm gonna go get the ball, but I'm not gonna. To give that player a bit of an edge to know, okay, um, to be more reactive and to be more quick, basically, but do not touch him. That's the idea in a way. If you want to actually jockey a man, you would want to feign something saying like, okay, I'm gonna go for the ball, but then actually not. Give him a bit of a hard day at the office without actually touching him. Um, and then allow the other players to do the rest while he gets back into position. But that was not the case. He'll end up getting the red card. And then I think we should have had that mentality to say, okay, we have read a card, we have been in this period six more times or five more times prior, so we should okay know we know more or less what needs to be done. We know the job. We know how difficult it can get. We know we did this against Arsenal. We know we played well against Arsenal. We say, okay, um, we can do this against Burnley. We can get the result still. We can go for another. That was supposed to be the kind of instinct, that was supposed to be the kind of fire that we have in us. But I think this is also very down to, I think, number one. Um, I think Liam Senior bringing on Tosin for Palmer. I think that was a very poor choice. If you're gonna keep anyone on, it's gonna be Palmer. Yes, Palmer also was very unlucky today. Also, there's a few chances where he could have actually did a lot better. I think he could have. I think we all know in his days before he got injured, I think he would have definitely scored at least two or three of those goals, the shots that he had on target. I think that there was the one where he was 1-on-1 basically, but there was players catching up to him. I think he should have just got it, maybe hit it a bit higher and lobbed the keeper in a sense. But yeah, it happened with the way it happened. Nothing you can do. You can only learn from your mistakes and from your failures. So hopefully Palmer does so, and the players are a bit more wake up after this game. But even now that the damage has happened, we can only hope that the damage does not continue going into the next few games. So yeah, that was the thing where Liam Rosinha shouldn't have brought off Palmer. I think he should have brought on. He could have took off anyone else, and then give us at least a fighting chance. Because like we have seen, they score a goal, and then now you have no attackers, and you have no gunpowder, you have no bullets to actually hurt the opposition if they end up scoring. So I think that's where Liam Rosinha I think that's where the first problem came in with the sub. I think it definitely dropped the morale of the team and it dropped the confidence, saying, "Okay, we do not have this." It showed from Liam Senior to the players that we know each other. I don't trust you. I don't trust you enough in order to say no. I trust my backline. I am able to get someone else, make patch the hole basically, and I'm able to say, okay, no, we are able to take care of this. We're able to defend. Let's just focus on keep attacking and keep with that mentality. Because I don't know, I don't like it where um players line up just going to the corner flag and then just trying to hold it there. I don't see the point. I don't know who taught them that. But if anyone has analyzed that particular moments in a game, that moments never last. I'm sure I could have played at least 10 passes at the back line with just playing around, and nothing would have happily happened to me. I could have even sent it back to my defenders, and so my defenders boot that bloody thing back into their opposition's half. That would have been a lot longer than me trying to defend it in the corner flag. Corner flag doesn't do anything. You barely can get that thing right. Maybe you get an extra corner, and then what? And then you try to do the same move again. How many seconds does that take off the clock? Not many. So I think that also it comes to the thing of our experience. I think it questions Jesus James' experience in the sense of we need someone to say no. We've been in the situation. We know who we really, really are. We know this is Burnley. This is we are Chelsea. We should be able to have enough in our tank in order to hurt them and obliterate them from the Premier League because look how far they are and they are in the relegation because they deserve to be there because of the quality they've been producing this season. So that's where we're supposed to have that's the mindset we're supposed to have going into this game and going when we're losing. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you guys agree with that analysis? Also look at the stats. The stats with the goal shots. We have had two shots. I think we had two shots on target. It was good to have two shots on target and we have one goal. That's nice to see. But it also in a sense is also showing that you're not shooting as many chances. We're not when we're shooting, we're not actually putting the ball on target. We had 12 shots. 12 shots in total, and then only two in on target. Burnley had 12 shots as well, but they managed to put 4 shots on target. So it shows you that they'll end up having more consistency in terms of shots. They had 8 more shots that we're missing compared to our 10. So that just shows you, I mean, where's the quality? Who's the better team? Surely we should be having more shots on target than them. So it's a game that it is what it is. There's nothing else we can do. I think we have to anything we can say we have to put that excuse back there and say this is experience. Only experienced, true experienced players know how to grind out results. They know when their backs are at the back of their line and they don't know what to do. They end up somehow finding a way to get the equalizer or finding a way to get the win. That's what very, very good players do. And 9 out of 10 times those tend to be the experienced players because they've been around the block. They know how the game turns. They know, okay, when we have pressure on us, we just frustrate them. We just keep the ball or we keep putting it up. We do something. There's some scientific to the madness. They know what needs to be done and they know how to get it done. Um, and I think also it's one thing being on the touch line. Not to say Di Marino is not good or anything, but I think it does happen to all managers. What you see and how the game is 9 out of 10 times, sometimes it tends to be the difference. What you actually feel and you see how the game's going compared to what the manager sees. They don't necessarily sometimes always see how the game is progressing, how the game is. They don't also see those problems where the midfielders and the team doesn't see. Like for instance, with Burnley, I mean Burnley for some reason kept playing the ball in the back line. Why would they be doing such? They know it's hurting them. So a part of them is supposed to say, okay, no, let's just boot this ball out. we know we're not doing it well right now. So let's scratch this. Let's put it back on the drawing board, and let's go back to basics. But no, they kept trying, and we ended up nearly punishing them for it. So yeah, this is my post review for this game. Let me now ask what you guys actually would like to add to this game. We actually went with a decent team. I'm actually quite surprised that we didn't see um, Estevar come on. I don't know why. Even Estevar's not even in the lineup. I don't know if he's sick or something. But yeah, it was a good team. I liked us having Sanchez in goal, Reece James, Fofana, Trevor. I was quite surprised to see Gusto on the left. I think maybe because of Neta not being very experienced in the Premier League just yet. And then Caicedo and Santos. Santos is doing very, very well for us. He's able to get into his rhythm. He's playing nearly every game now, which is good to see. And then we have Neto on the left, Enzo in the middle, Palmer on the right, and then João Pedro up front. João Pedro also nice to see that he's actually getting goals, even though they are scruffy, like I mentioned earlier. But it's nice to see that he's actually getting something, he's actually contributing. Right now, let's see how many goals he has. So far in 27 games, he has 11 goals and 4 assists. That works out to be, let's say, 10. So that works out nearly. It's not the best. It's still only 2.7. 2.7 games for per goal. So it's not the worst. I think if he keeps doing like this, he'll definitely improve his record, and will definitely get a lot better. So yeah, guys, this is my post review. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and peace.